head to Melbourne now. Joining me live now is the Shadow Housing Minister Michael Sukkar. We are going to talk housing, Michael, and it was one of the core concerns of the people of the Shire as well. But first I want to ask you about the Dunkley by-election, also what I was talking to Simon about there. I mean, were you one of those within the Liberal Party that said that you shouldn't be chasing down the teal seats, it should be outer suburban seats? And have you changed your mind after the Dunkley result?
Great to be with you, Laura. No, I actually don't know of anyone who has actually said that. I know it's been reported widely in the media. I mean, the truth is, Laura, when you are a party of government as we are, you have to put your best foot forward in every seat around the country. Now, of course, pragmatic political considerations come in as to where you can win and what your pathway to victory is. But I don't really think that there's any serious people in the coalition who think that we should be giving up on any seats, let alone seats we've held in the past. So I think the very wise words of our impressive new candidate there in Cook are correct, that in the end, there's a whole swathe of seats we have to win. And if you want to be a party of government, you have to appeal to people across a pretty broad geographic, social, and even political spectrum. And that's what we've successfully done in the past. And I'm hopeful and confident we can do it again.
Okay, a broad church, moving back to that broad church, but a 2% swing in Dunkley does not bode well for you winning enough seats at the next election. Would you agree?
Well, we had a significant increase in our primary vote in Dunkley, a 2 pp swing. I think the last time I looked, about 3.6%. In the end, I said this yesterday, Laura, and I agree, and I reiterate it. Politics in Australia is an arm wrestle, and the idea that Dunkley was going to be some sort of knockout blow either for the government or for the opposition, I think, is naive. Australians are hurting, there's no doubt about it. I think they're very disappointed in the first 20 months of this Labor government. I think they're concerned at a number of broken promises, including on reducing energy prices by $275. Obviously, a range of other broken promises. And in housing, we've seen on every metric, whether it's first home buyers, whether it's new home starts, whether it's new home builds, whether it's rents, on every metric, it has gone quite terribly since the election of this Labor government. So we'll have a...
Hang on, it's not just since the election of this Labor government, right? The housing crisis didn't start, a year and a half ago. You'd have to agree there.
There's always been challenges, but if you look at on every metric I've just mentioned, we are now in a demonstrably worse position than we were when Labor came to government. So first home buyers are at their lowest levels now since the Gillard government. New home approvals data that we saw yesterday shows that not only is Labor going to not meet their 1.2 million home commitment, they're going to fall hundreds of thousands of homes short.
Yep.
And the problem with approvals data being so bad, Laura, is if you think there's a housing crisis now, you ain't seen nothing yet because the approvals are down. Therefore, even fewer homes will be built in the short to medium term future. And at the same time, we've got a government running an unconstrained migration program. And I'm a product of migration myself, so I'm very supportive of migration, but it's got to be planned. And you've got to be able to know where on earth the people are going to live. This government hasn't done that. So on all the data I just outlined, Laura, it is dramatically worse since this government came to power. I'm not saying it was all rainbows and lollipops before that, but it's a hell of a lot worse. And there's no plan, no idea, and in fact, any commitment from this government on home ownership.